ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਆਓ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਫਤਿਹ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰੋ ਜੀ। ਗੱਜ ਕੇ ਆਖੋ ਜੀ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਓਟ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਰ ਹੱਥ ਰੱਖਣ, ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਹਨ, ਕਥਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਹਨ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਲੈ ਲੈਣ। ਆਓ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਆਪਾਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਾ ਹੈ। ਆਪਣੇ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਗੇ। ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹੈ, ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ, ਜਾਂ ਕੋ ਹਰ ਰੰਗ ਲਾਗੇ ਇਸ ਯੁੱਗ ਮੈਂ ਸੋ ਕਹੀਅਤ ਹੈ ਪੂਰਾ। ਆਓ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਏ, ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਵਿਆਖਿਆ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਖਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਹੋਲਾ ਮੁਹੱਲਾ ਹੈ ਕੀ। Today, Sad Sangat ji, we will talk about Hola Mahalla. To understand what is Hola Mahalla and how we celebrate Hola Mahalla, what does it mean to us as the Khalsa Panth, as the Panth of Dhan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. So, आओ साध संगत जी, ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਏ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਥਾ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ।
को हर रंग
ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਇਸ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਸੂਰਮਾ ਹੈ। ਸੂਰਮਾ is a warrior. That is a warrior. ਉਹ ਸੂਰਮਾ ਉਹ ਹੈ who is imbued with the color of love for Parmatma. ਉਹ ਸੂਰਮਾ ਉਹ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਉਸ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਰੰਗ ਚੜਿਆ ਹੋਵੇ, ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ। ਚਾਹ ਕੋ ਹਰ ਰੰਗ ਲਾਗੋ ਇਸ ਯੁਗ में, in this yug, in this age, in this time. ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, Surma, a warrior, isn't just a warrior that you see on the battlefield. That is a warrior as well. ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਸੂਰਮਾ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਜੰਗ ਲੜਦਾ ਹੈ ਮੈਦਾਨੇ ਜੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਪਰ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਸੂਰਮਾ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਅੰਦਰਲੇ ਜੋ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਵਿਕਾਰ ਹਨ, the inner vices that we have. What are those vices? Vices of anger, of lust, of greed, jealousy, ego. Those are the vices: Gam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar, attachment. The Surma is that one who fights those inner vices, so jo andale vikara nu ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਪੰਕਤੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਸੂਰਮਾ, ਔਰ ਇਹ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਸੂਰਾ, ਸੂਰਾ is also means ਸੂਰਮਾ। ਸੂਰਮਾ ਦੇ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ 4 ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। There's 4 types of surma, of warrior. ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਸੂਰਮਾ, which is just like a warrior, ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਸੂਰਮਾ। But then there is what we call a rathi. And then you have a maharathi, and then you have a 4th type of warrior, which is an anrathi, atrathi. If we look from a battlefield perspective, that warrior who was fighting on a battlefield with weapons and shastra, with their kirpana and their guns and their spears, that warrior is a surma who can fight with another warrior of the same strength, of the same power. That's what we call a surma. But a rathi is a surma who can fight with maybe 100 warriors of his caliber, or maybe 1,000, up to 1,000 warriors of his caliber. ਉਹ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਾਦੇ ਹਨ ਰਥੀ, ਜਿਹੜਾ 100 ਜਾਂ 1000 ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਸਕੇ। ਮਹਾਰਥੀ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ? A Maharathi, Sat Sangaji, who is the one who can fight with thousands of other warriors, thousands of other soldiers. That is called a Maharathi. But an Adarathi, oh kaun hai? An Adarathi is the one who can fight with unginnat, with uncountable number of warriors, who cannot be defeated. That is an Adarathi. ਜਿਵੇਂ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਸਰੂਪ ਹਨ। They are the form of ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. They don't fall into these categorizations. Even though they could be classed as an Adrati, they are beyond that. ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ, ਦਸ਼ਮੇਸ਼ ਪਿਤਾ, our father, the father of the Khalsa Panth. Sad Sangat ji, that's a warrior who's on a battlefield. But what about these definitions? How do they apply to the one who's on a spiritual journey and battling those vices inside of themselves? Surma. Surma kaun hai? Who is a surma? A warrior who is on a spiritual journey. That is a warrior, a surma who listens. ਸਰਵਨ ਔਰ ਸੁਣਨਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਾਮ ਜਾਂ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਪੈ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, who is listening to ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ and meditating on ਨਾਮ and listening to ਨਾਮ, that is a surma. So rathi ਕੌਣ ਹੈ? A rathi in the spiritual context is the one who is what we say mannan wala, manana, one who accepts and understands the Guru's teachings. That is what we call a rathi. So what is a maharathi? A maharathi is one who we say is nidyasan. A nidyasan is someone who has implemented the teachings of Dhan Dhan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. A Nidhyasan is one who is listening to Naam, accepting Naam, and is understanding ਇਹ ਸਭ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਸਭਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਸਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ God, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਭਗਵਾਨ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ is within all of us. ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਇਸੇ ਵਕਤ ਇਸ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਨ as the form of Dhan Dhan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and also in the form that we can't see, that Nirgun Swarup and the Sarvan Swarup. That is a Atrati. In a spiritual context, an Atrati is one who has listened, who has accepted, who has implemented, and then they've merged into Paramatma. That is an Atrati, जो परमात्मा के नाल एक हो चुका है. ये साथ संगत जी चार प्रकार सूरमे दे हैं. जिस तरह कल शामी ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਬਾਣੀ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ, we were going over the 6th pauri, and in the 6th pauri Sat Sangat Ji, we do Japji Sahib da paਠ every day, and when we get to the 6th pauri we might not realize, but this wisdom of sunana, manana and nidhyasan karna, to listen, to accept and then to implement the teachings, is actually within the body of Sri Japji Sahib in the 6th pauri. Guru Sahib Ji says, mat vich ratan. In our mat, in our intellect, we have the potential. ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ potential ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ. ਸਾਡੇ ਮਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਗੱਲ ਰੱਖਣ ਦੀ? ਮਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਤਨ, ਜਵਾਹਰ, ਮਾਨਕ, ਜੇ ਇੱਕ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੁਣੀ. Very quickly, summary form ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੰਖੇਪ ਮਤਲਬ ਦੱਸਦਾ. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ? Very similar to this ਪੰਕਤੀ here about Surma. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ in our intellect, ਸਾਡੀ ਬੁੱਧੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, we can get these qualities of vairag, of having unattachment to the world, having no desire for worldly attachment. ਉਹ vairag ਹੈ. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ vairag ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ, that person who is in vairag, all he wants to acquire is Vaheguru Ji's darshan. He wants naam. And then from that we have ratan jawahar. Jawahar is gyan, is knowledge. The knowledge of what Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, our Guru, gives us. That is our gyan, and we want to join onto that gyan and understand that gyan. And then manak ki hunda, bahut dunga matlab hai, very deep meaning to this. Manak, in the translations we will see manak to mean rubies, but really manak is two words, man and ka. Man means pride and ka means to eradicate, to destroy that pride. Manak. What is that cheese? What is that thing that destroys our pride? ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਨਕ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਮਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਤਿੰਨ definition ਹਨ. Break down ਕਰਕੇ, when we break it down, it has three things. It means ਸੁਣਨਾ, ਮੰਨਣਾ and nidhyasan. ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸੂਰਮੇ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆਈ ਹੈ. And ਆਪਾਂ ਹਰੇਕ ਦਿਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਪਾਠ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ. We read this every day. And we might not realize that Guru Sahib is actually telling us in this one line such a valuable teaching to say to us, ਇੰਨੀ ਬੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਕੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੁਣੋ, listen. ਦੋ ਕੰਨ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਆ. God has given us 2 ears to listen, double, talk less. ਸੁਣਨਾ, ਫਿਰ ਕੀ? ਮੰਨਣਾ, to accept, to understand, and then ਫਿਰ ਕੀ? Implement those teachings, make those changes in our lives. Listen to the Guru, understand the Guru, and make that change. And then, through that process, Sat Sangat Ji, ਆਪਾਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨਾਲ ਸਮਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. We can become one with Paramatma, with Guru Sahib Ji, with Vaheguru. So Sat Sangat Ji, how does Hola Mahalla relate to this? You probably think, kaise itta Hola Mahalla di gal karni hai? How does this fit into this arth, into these translations? Dekho Sat Sangat Ji, ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੰਤ ਸਿਪਾਹੀ ਬਣਾਇਆ. Maharaj has made us into a saint and a warrior. That is a true Khalsa, a pure Khalsa. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਆਪਣੇ ਨਜ਼ਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਹੈ. Not with our eyes, but with Guru Sahib Ji's eyes. That is a pure one, a Khalsa who is a sant sipahi. ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ? ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਬਚਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਾਠ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਅਰਥ ਸਮਝਣ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੀ ਅਵਸਥਾ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਕਰ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹ ਸੰਤ ਹੈ. ਸਿਪਾਹੀ ਕੌਣ ਆ? ਉਹ ਸਿਪਾਹੀ ਉਹ ਆ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸੂਰਮਾ ਜੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੜਦਾ, who stands up for righteousness, who stands up against any oppression, who stands up against tyranny. That's the sipahi, that's the warrior side of Sikhi as well that Guru Sahib has given us. And how does that relate to Hola Mahalla? Sad Sangat ji, to understand Hola Mahalla, sanu thodi holy di bhi vichar karni pavegi. We'll have to think about holy, what is holy? And very quickly, Sankep Arthan de vich I'll explain holy ki hai, and us to baad Hola Mahalla kis tarah aaya. Sad Sangat ji, Gurbani de vich Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Bhagat Prahlad Ji di bahut ustat karde han. Maharaj sanu Bhagat Prahlad de bare dasde han. Maharaj tells us about Bhagat Prahlad Ji, who was a young child, just like some of the children who are sat here. Bhagat Prahlad, a Bhagat means a devotee of God. He was a young child. Sare nyane nu dekhna lag paye. Yeah, so Bhagat Prahlad was a young child, and this young child had a father called Harinaksh. And Harinaksh was a king who had done a lot of meditation. Unhe bahut bhagti kiti hui si, bahut tapasya kiti si. He did a lot of meditation, and he did so much meditation that Paramatma, Vaheguru, God, had given him a blessing. And they said, what blessing would you like? I'll give you whatever you want. And Harinaksh said, bless me so that I could never die. Bless me with immortality. I don't want any human to kill me. I don't want any animal to kill me. I don't want to die inside. I don't want to die outside. I don't want to die in the day. I don't want to die at night. He put in all these different conditions, thinking he was very clever, so that he could live forever. He thought he was clever. He got fooled. You'll understand why. Satsangat ji, so Harinaksh became immortal. He thought he was immortal. And he told everybody in his kingdom, in all the land, that I am immortal. Everybody praised my name. Everybody say, Hari Harinaksh. Everybody call me Harinaksh. Everybody praised Harinaksh. Jale Harinaksh, Thale Harinaksh. That's what he wanted. And Satsangat ji, everybody did in the land. Everybody praised Harinaksh because they thought he was God. But he wasn't really. He forgot that there was a God that was bigger than him. And then Harinaksh had a son, Bhagat Prahlad. And as a young child, Bhagat Prahlad ji always praised Paramatma. Even though Bhagat Prahlad ji's father and mother said to him, no, Bhagat Prahlad ji, or they used to call him Prahlad, don't say Ram, don't call out Ram as in Ram Bhagavan, as in God. Call out Harinaksh, he's God. And he would say, no, I don't want to call Harinaksh because you're my father, you're not God. You're not Vaheguru, you're not Ram. Ram is Bhagavan. Ram is that one, and I know that Ram is that one. Bhagat Prahlad ji was born with this knowledge. He knew who God really was, and he wanted to praise the true God, the true Guru, the Satguru. So Harinaksh thought, well, you know what? I'm going to put my son into a school, and I'm going to get him to learn about my praise and learn other wisdom around the world. And his teachers in Gurbani de vich Bhagat Namdev ji da shabad aunda hai Sad Sangat ji, eh itihas jo hai na, eh koi aur kitaba cho nahi hai, eh Sri Guru Granth Sahib de vich hai, this itihas, this history. And Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj has a shabad by Bhagat Namdev ji, and they reference the teachers of Bhagat Prahlad ji, who are called Sanda and Marka. And Sanda and Marka were the teachers of Bhagat Prahlad, and they had the duty to try and teach Bhagat Prahlad ji to say Harinaksh. And they failed. They couldn't do it. Instead, Bhagat Prahlad ji told all the children in the school, don't say Harinaksh, call out Ram. Call out Ram. Ram Bhagwan. Call out Ram. Not Sri Ramchandra ji. I just want to be clear here. In the Hindu faith, there is Sri Ramchandra ji, which is another deity in the Hindu faith. It's not that Ram. This is Ram as in Paramatma. Ram is another word for God. And Bhagat Prahlad ji told the children to call out Ram, and all the children in the school started calling out Ram. They stopped calling out Harinaksh. And when Harinaksh said to the teachers, Sanda and Marka, say, give me an update. Minu daso, nyane kis tarah padh rahe hain? How is my child Prahlad doing? And Sanda and Marka, haath jod ke khade ho gaye, they said, we failed. We haven't been able to teach your child to call out your name. Instead, your child has taught all the other children to call out Ram's name. Tera naam ta chhad dita. तेरा नाम तो कोई भी नहीं कह रहा. Harnaksh got very angry at this. And he decided with his companions, with his sathi, this might sound very evil and very nasty, but he decided to kill his son. He didn't want his son. He thought that I better destroy my son because he's spreading God's name, but I want my name to be spread. Hankar se aa gaya na, mera naam hove, mera naam hove. Kei vari saad sangat ji zindagi de vich idar de vi hunde ya, main kehna nahi chahna. We always meet people who's always on about my name, oh Hankar, chalo ona da rasta, that's their journey. We're all learning, we're all on a journey. Apa ehi ardas karte hain ki Maharaj, Sanu Maharaj Kirpa Karo, bless us with understanding your teachings and your words. But Harnaksh was full of ego. And he was saying, call out my name. So what he decided to do was kill his son. He got his companions, they went to the top of a mountain and threw his son down the mountain. Bani ji zikr aanda hai. But they called Bhagat Prahlad ji, he's such a devotee of God. Bhagat Vashal tera bird. Maharaj sanu daste ne. Bhagat Vashal tera bird. That Paramatma looks after, they love, they adorn their Bhagats, their devotees. Bhagat Vashal tera bird, har patat udharya. And they save the patits, the sinners. They save us. We might think someone is full of ego, we might think someone is full of anger, whatever it might be. But Paramatma age ardas karo, they would be saved. Kyunki Paramatma da kam hi yahi hai, to save those people. That's what Maharaj does, they save us. That's their job. If we were all perfect, who were they going to save? Hana? If we were all Bhagats and if we were all perfect people, Maharaj has got an easy job. They have got nobody to save. But Maharaj are coming here. They're here to save us and help us. So Bhagat Prahlad ji survives that because the mountain cushions Bhagat Prahlad ji and doesn't give him any harm. He's saved. Then they decide, well, he's saved himself from the mountain, let's drown him in the water. So pani chala jande ne, tab Bhagat Prahlad nu, they throw him in a river. And the water of the river saves Bhagat Prahlad ji. Vaheguru ji protects him as well from that. Then they decide to put Bhagat Prahlad ji on fire. And now how they decide to do this, Harnaksh has a sister called Holika. And this is where the word holy comes from. And Holika has got a gift as well from God. Oda ki varya, she has a boon, ke o ag de naal sad nahi sakdi. Holika nu ag nu kuch kar nahi sakdi. Fire cannot harm Holika, the Pua of Bhagat Prahlad ji. So they decide that Bhagat Prahlad ji can come and sit in her laps and they will set Holika on fire. And she'll be fine, but Bhagat Prahlad ji would burn away. That was how they were going to kill Bhagat Prahlad ji. But ki hoya Sad Sangat ji? Bhagat Vashal tera bird, Maharaj ne odi rakh li. Vaheguru ji saved Bhagat Prahlad ji, and instead of Bhagat Prahlad ji burning in fire, his Pua, Holika, she died in the fire. Dekho, Maharaj ki khediya, what play that is Maharaj playing. Then Sad Sangat ji, it came a point where Harnaksh got so sick and tired of Prahlad ji that what they decided to do is kill him in other ways. And I think at this point they were going to tie him to a very hot pillar. And from this pillar, Sad Sangat ji, Vaheguru ji ne apna roop tar ke, avatar ban ke, what we call a Namit avatar. A Namit avatar is an avatar who comes for one purpose, does that objective, fulfills that purpose, that mission, and then they go away. They came as what we know as a Narsingh. A Narsingha, a Narsingha was half man, half beast. And he got Harnaksh, this half man, half beast. In the drawings you might see if you look on the internet, he looks like half man, half lion. Narsingh. And he came and he got Bhagat he got Harnaksh, and it was between day and night. So he was half man, half beast. It was between day and night. It wasn't day or night, it was in between. And it wasn't inside or outside, it was in the middle of a doorway. And he used his nails to rip open Harnaksh and destroy him. Harnaksh thought he was immortal. He thought that nobody could kill him. But dekho Paramatma de rang. Dekho Kaur Vaheguru de rang. Look at the amazing miracles that Vaheguru ji can do. They thought Harnax thought that he couldn't be destroyed, but look at how clever Paramatma is. They came as half man, half beast, and they destroyed him. And from that day onwards, Sad Sangat Ji, our Hindu brothers and sisters, Hindu dharam de vich sade bhain bhra ki karde ne, Holi manaunde ne. They have this festival of Holi where they remember and they rejoice how good conquered evil, how good defeated tyranny, and they remember Holi, as in Holika, how she failed and she caught fire and she died. And what the Hindu brothers and sisters do is they throw colour on everybody to remember this joyous occasion, this Rang. And Sad Sangat Ji, this festival has been happening for hundreds and thousands of years. Bade chara to eh aunda hai. Pehla jugan to vich this Holi, the festival of Holi has been happening for many, many years. So how does it relate to Sikhi? Sad Sangat Ji, pehla itihas de vich Gurbani vich shabad aunda hai. Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj likhde ne. At the time of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, all the nearby people would all celebrate Holi. Is a regular festival in India. It happens all the time, every year, around this time in March, in middle of March. And Holi was being celebrated at the time when Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj and the Santan were making the Harmandir Sahib Sarovar, the golden temple as we know it for the children, but Sri Harmandir Sahib. They were making the Sarovar and they were making the Gurdwara Sahib, the Darbar Sahib. And at that time, Sad Sangat Ji, some Gursikh came to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Now Guru Sahib Ji puchde ne ki Maharaj, sare Bharat de vich sare sade hor Hindu dharam de bhain bhra Holi manaunde ne. Sad Sangat Ji, Guru Sahib Ji puchde ne, ask Guru Sahib a question. Guruji, how should we celebrate Holi? Because remember, Sikhi was evolving, Sikhi was growing. And Guru Sahib Ji give an answer to the question. Maharaj says to them, Holi lagi sant sev. Holi kini sant sev, maaf karna. Holi kini sant sev, rang laga at lal dev. Guru Sahib Ji explained to the Gursikhs that the way that we as Sikh will celebrate Holi is by doing the seva of the Sant. By doing seva. Sant of Mahapurush, and the biggest Sant of all, Tan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, by doing Guru Sahib Ji Seva. That is how we will remember Holi. And they say, Rang Laga at Lal Dev. And through this, the colour, instead of throwing colour on people, like in the Hindu faith they do, we want the spiritual colour of Paramatma. That we want that Rang of love of Paramatma. That's what we want. That's what Guru Sahib Ji can bless us with. So, is tarah Sad Sangat Ji, Gursikh, Guru Arjan Dev de samay to, jad Holi aunਦੀ ਸੀ ਨਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਨਾ, ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਨੀ, ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਾ. Sangat Ji, this is our Sikh culture. You know, we have a Punjabi culture and we have a Sikh culture. Very quickly, so Jono, they're two different things. Punjabi culture separate ne, that's different, and Sikh culture different hai. ਇੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ 'ਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਲਚਰ ਕੀ ਆ, ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨਾ. This is not a religion. ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਨਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ Sikhi is not a religion. Sikhi is a way of life. It's not a do's and don'ts. It's not a rule book. It's ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ 'ਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ. How are we going to live our life? And it's about doing it day and night. At home, at school, at work, not just in the Gurdwara. We don't want to become a Sikh in the Gurdwara, then we go outside and we become something else. Hana? Apa Gurdwara aida, sare nu fateh bulai di, sona chola pa ke aajida, and then we go home and we forget our Sikhi and we do whatever else we do, right? Nahi Sad Sangat Ji, nahi. Sikhi is not in a box in the building of a Gurdwara Sahib, nahi. Sikhi is a way of life. Sikhi is what we live by day and night. That's why Guru Sahib Ji has given us the Nitnem, the Ambaniya, Sweru Nitnem, Padna, Naam Dana, Jurna, Sham nu Rehra Sahib Ji da Paath Karna, Son to Pehla Naam nu Yaad Rakhna, Ta Kirtan Sone de Bani Padhni, Rakhya de Shabad Padhne, Gurbani na Jurna, Kirtan Karna, Sahaj Paath Karna. This is our culture. This is the Sant side of our culture. Apa kya Sant Sipahi? This is the Sant side. ਹੁਣ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਵਕਤ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਦਾ. In around about the year 1700, ਕੇ ਇਤਿਹਾਸਿਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਨੇ 1700 or 1701, गुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी महाराज को उन्होंने खालसा सिख आए तो महाराज को हाथ जोड़ के बेनती की कि धन धन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी महाराज असी होली त्योहार ਆਪਾਂ देख के आए हैं. We've come to see holy and we've seen what's happening in holy. साध संगत जी गुरु साहब जी ਨੂੰ ਫਰਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ गुरु साहब जी holy is not what it used to be. We've seen things happening at holy that isn't really the true essence of the remembrance of holy. Holy ਕੀ ਹੈ? Holy is to remember good over evil. How the bad Harnaksh was defeated by Paramatma to save Bhagat Prahlad. But people had forgotten that. And holy had become a place of kukkaram. Kukkaram means bad karam. Mariya chija. Women were being disrespected. The men were doing other egotistical things. Other sins were being committed within the celebrations of Holi. Holi was not a pure festival anymore to remember good and bad. It became something else. And when the Khalsa went to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj and explained this to Guru Sahib Ji ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਫਿਕਰ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ. ਹਿੰਦੂ ਸਾਡੇ ਭੈਣ ਭਰਾ ਹੋਲੀ ਮਨਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਚਲੋ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਹੋਲਾ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਮਨਾਉਣਾ. We're going to now start to do something called Hola Mahalla. And Hola Mahalla, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj established this festival for the Khalsa. And it happens a day or so after Holi. After Holi celebrations, we have Hola Mahalla. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj ne ki kita? They said to the Khalsa, Singho tiyar ho jo, apa ki karna? Maidane jang de vich apa ek dal ithe hovega, ek dal uthe hovega. There will be one group of Khalsa warriors here and one group of Khalsa warriors there. And you're going to practice your military skills. They were practicing their warrior side of their faith, warrior side of their everyday living. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj would watch the dal, the groups fighting from this side and that side, and they would see how they would reenact a battle. They would practice their strategy, they would practice their warrior skills, they'd practice their shooting, their archery, their swordsmanship. उन्होंने शास्त्र विद्या देखना, उन्होंने देखना कि किस तरह लड़ सकते हैं. They'd see grappling and akhade. So Satsang Ji, Hola Mahalla, Guru Sahib Ji set up to allow us to practice our military skill. But ode naal vi kirtan hone, path hona, kavita sunaniya. They listen to poetry. Satsang Ji, you may or may not know, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj loved poetry. Guru Gobind Singh Ji was so intelligent. Tan Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they had 52 kavi, poets in their darbar. 52 poets who would write kavita, who would write poetry about Kaur, about the battles that were happening, about the Sikh Panth, about the Khalsa Raj. This was the poetry that Guru Gobind Singh Ji would hear from their kavi every day. So at Hola Mahalla, Guru Sahib Ji would see the sant side of our dharam, by listening to kirtan, naam abhyas, naam simran, path, kavita. They would also see the shastra side, the sipahi side. They would see the battles being reenacted. And this is how we have now Hola Mahalla. What does Hola Mahalla mean? In very summary terms, Sad Sangaji, Hola Mahalla are two words from the Arabic languages, but when we put them together, it effectively means the military charge. It means a military charge where Guru Sahib Ji is actually wanting to see how powerful the Khalsa is, how much military skill they have. And you might think, why would Guru Sahib Ji do that? Pehli gal eh hai Sad Sangat Ji, Guru Sahib Ji ne ek mauka dikhana ska ki the Khalsa and everybody else nearby, the strength and the power of the Shastra. The strength and the power of the strategy of fighting in a battle. Why? Guru Sahib Ji ta andar jami hai. They know the battles are coming. They know that they're going to have to fight these battles, and they've already fought many battles already. So in the year of 1700, 1701, when Hola Mahalla first started, Guru Sahib Ji was allowing the Khalsa to have a year to practice their Shastra Vidya, practice their Simran, practice their Abhyas, their Shastra Abhyas, their Naam Abhyas, and then at Hola Mahalla, you would show it off. Not in an egotistical way, but in a way of showing it, what can we do? Now, today, Sad Sangat Ji, in other countries, you can think of Russia, you can think of Korea, maybe China, you can think of maybe the US. Other countries also show their power and might. Other countries show their power and might by doing military parades. You see this, you can watch it. Russia do it, many other countries do it. They show their military power by doing missile tests. You see this, there's many battles happening in the world today. They will do military tests by doing missile tests through submarines, or they'll have military parades to show their power of how much strength they have from a military form. Sad Sangat Ji, Hola Mahalla is synonymous of that for us. To show our military strength. क्योंकि ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਘੱਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਰਾਜੇ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ, ਰਾਜਾਨ ਰਾਜ ਭਾਣਾਨ ਭਾਣ, ਰਾਜਨ ਕੇ ਰਾਜਾ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜਨ ਕੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜਾ. We are part of a sovereign faith, not a country. We are a sovereign faith. We are princes and princesses of a king of kings. So why should we not show our military strength? Why should we not show how much power we have? We can, because we are the children of Tan Tan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Sab akho ji Tan Tan Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. We can, and to the children you can. You can learn the Shastra Vidya. At this Gurdwara Sahib, we are so lucky that we have Gatka classes on a Monday night. We have Muay Thai, how to fight on a Wednesday night. And in and amongst all of that, the warrior side, we also have the Sant side. We have Kirtan classes on a Tuesday night. We have on a Thursday night, we have Sandhya. On a Friday night, we have Sikhi class. On a Saturday night, we have Japji Sahib Katha. And on a Sunday, we have Sangat and Divan. How blessed are we? At this Gurdwara Sahib, every day there's something happening. So Sad Sangat Ji, we can become the children more so of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj by learning all of these great skills and having these gifts that Guru Sahib Ji has given us. Maharaj Kirpa Karan, that one day we can do full Hola Mahalla celebrations at this Gurdwara Sahib. A Hola Mahalla is also like what we call a Halla. A Halla is like a military charge. And when I say celebrate Hola Mahalla at this Gurdwara, this is a celebration of Hola Mahalla. But if we were to do it also in a traditional sense, we could have, I don't know, maybe we could have in the car park, up and down around the car park. We could have a Halla charging around the car park, children getting together with gatka sticks, with some Shastra. Wouldn't that be a joy to see? Barne de vich, Shastran de naal, huzure pae, kamar kasse pae, running around the car park saying, Bole Sonehal! Wouldn't that be a scene? And Sad Sangat Ji, don't think this is not reality. And don't be surprised, in other Gurdwara Sahibs in the UK, not just in the Gurdwara car parks. We're lucky, a Gurdwara car park badiya. We have a huge car park here. But in other Gurdwara Sahibs where they don't have this blessing, they do it in the streets. There's a Gurdwara Sahib in Coventry where they do a Halla, a military charge, in the streets of Coventry. It can be done. We just need to forward think and see how can we join on to this more. Can you imagine a dinner divan like Nanpur Sahib de vich jad Hola Mahalla hunda in Holgad? There's a 3-day divan of katha, kirtan, kavita and Shastra Vidya and a Shastra display and a Halla. That's amazing. Yesterday, Sad Sangat Ji, we were so lucky that the Prabhandak of the Gurdwara Sahib and the Naujawan got together and we did a whole Gamai camp all day, Sweto Leke, of doing Amrit Vela, of Nitane, Asa Divar, Kirtan, and then through the day we had workshops to understand Bani. What was amazing, there was a workshop on Katha. Don't rely on 1 or 2 or 3 people to do Katha, Prachar. Tusi sare karo. Everybody should be able to do Katha. Everybody able to do Prachar. Don't rely on just a few of us. Tusi sare karo, you can all learn this. And there was a workshop on doing Katha and how to research, how to learn, and then how to then present the teachings of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and our Itihas. There was a workshop on how to clean your Shastra. Isn't that amazing? अपने को किन्नियां किरपानां घर पईयां ने. We have so many kirpans at home. कई बार अपने म्यान चो काट के देखी ਉਹਦਾ ਹਾਲ ਕੀ ਆ. Some kirpana we take out of the cover, out of the sheath, and they're full of rust. So there was a workshop yesterday. How do you clean your shastra? ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ. We should always have a kirpan in our house, at least a kirpan. ਚਾਲ ਛੋਟੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਬੜੀ ਹੋਵੇ, should have a kirpan in your house. ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਲੈ ਲਓ. ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੰਤ ਸਿਪਾਹੀ ਆ. We are a son and a warrior. We're not just a son, and we're not just a warrior. We have to be both. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj started this panth by teaching us about how to get into Sahajavastha, how to become one with Paramatma. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj formalized the panth by giving us the Bana and the Bani and the Swaroop of the Khalsa panth. This is how it started. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj started this. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj formalized this. कोई फर्क नहीं है. There's no difference between the two. इन्हीं के कृपा के सजे हम हैं. Guru Gobind Singh Ji की बाणी है. इन्हीं की कृपा के सजे हम हैं. नहीं मोसो गरीब करोड़ पर. If it wasn't for Kalgitar Patsha Ji, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, I don't even want to think about sada haal ki hunda where we would be. So our Sad Sangat Ji, ਹੋਲੇ ਮਹੱਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਮਰਪਿਤ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਮਸਕਾਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਏ. ਆਓ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਪੜ੍ਹੀਏ. ਇੰਨੀ ਕੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੇ ਸਜੇ ਹਮ ਹੈ. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਉਪਰੰਤ ਫਿਰ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ. ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਪਣੇ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਤਾਂ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੋਰ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਨਾਲ ਨਿਹਾਲ ਕਰਨਗੇ. ਆਓ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਏ. खंडो खड़ग तुम भगत पर अरतीर अस कृपाण खंडो खड़ग तुम भगत पर अरतीर सैक सरोही सैती ये है हमारे पीर सैक सरोही सैती ये है हमारे पीर तीर तू ही सैती तू ही तो पर तलवार नाम तहारो जो जपै ते सिंध पग पार काल तू ही तेग हर तीर तू ही निशानी जीत दी आज तू ही जगबीर तू ही निशानी जीत दी आज तू ही जगबीर इन्हीं की कृपा की सजे हम हैं जब बाण लागियो तो पैरों से जागियो जब बाण लागियो तो पैरों से जागियो कर्ण में तजमान प्रणन बाण ताणम करम में कुमान प्रणन बाण ताणम सब वीरताए सब रोगम चलाए तब ताक बाण प्रणयो एक ज्वाणम पई जीत मेरी पई जीत मेरी कृपा बाल तेरी पई जीत मेरी कृपा बाल तेरी इन्हीं की कृपा के सजे हम हैं इन्हीं की कृपा के सजे हम हैं धन धन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब 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 वाहिगुरु 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 बोले सोने हाल सासिया सारे चुप हो जी सारे चुप हो जी इतनी सेवा प्रदान करने धन धन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब सच्चा पातशाह जी अगे यही अरदास बेनती है गुरु साहब जी मैं बड़े हाथ रख के तरस खा के सारे सारे दे तरस खा के महाराज कृपा करन अपनी गुरसिੱਖੀ जीवन बख्शन सभा ਨੂੰ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਲਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸੰਤ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸਿਪਾਹੀ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਵਿਦਿਆ ਵੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ अर्थ बाणी को सुना के भाई जी के दर्शन भी बख्शे सहज अवस्था बख्शे यही अरदासा साध संगत जी गुरु साहब जी अगे आप जी गुरु खालसा पंथ गुरु साहब आप जी के विच वसते ने आप जी का हाथ अगे जोड़ के गुरु ग्रंथ साहब जी के हाथ अगे जोड़ के ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ ਬਖਸ਼ ਦਿਓ, ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ ਜੀ। ਅਸੀਸਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਜੱਥਾ ਭੈਣ ਭਰਾਵਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ। ਸਾਡੇ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਥ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਸੁੰਦਰ ਇਲਾਹੀ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀਰ ਪ੍ਰਭਜੋਤ ਜੀ ਹੋਣੀ, ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੀਰ ਗੋਬਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਹੋਣੀ, ਸਭ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ, ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਹਰਪਾਲ ਅੰਕਲ ਜੀ ਹੋਣੀ, ਆਪਣੇ ਸਭ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਰਲ ਕੇ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਭਾ ਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ ਕਲਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਣ। ਸਾਰਾ ਸਭਾ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਤੋਂ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਉਪਰੰਤ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਿ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਦਾ, ਮੌਕਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਦੇ ਹਨ ਇਸ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਸੀਸਾਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ। ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ ਸੀਸਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਗੈਰ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ, ਦਿਓ ਸੱਜਣਾ ਸੀਸੜੀਆਂ ਜਿਉ ਹੋਵੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੁਮੇਲ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.